said, hey, I'm Nicole. I'm looking for a customer. I don't know if he still hangs out there. Please connect me with him. And he emailed me back, and he said, I bought the pub. And I'm like, I'll see you in Toronto.
Coming to meet you, yeah.
Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Y'all are brewheads? Yeah, we brewheads. So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Y'all are brewheads? Yeah, we brewheads. So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to the BAOS podcast. I am Scott Beer, cold beer enthusiast.
I am C, certified brewhead, and we're just a couple of blokes helping you enjoy and understand beer.
One pour at a time.
You gosh darn right we are. And we're right here, actually, funnily enough, this is Christie Pitts in Toronto, Canada. I actually shot my video for a song called Coming Home, which was like a City in Color, like little mashup thing, in 2012. So this is kind of like a nice little full circle thing.
This is kind of the hood, though. We grew up right around we
spent a lot of
quality time
years,
living together just down the street, and I brought you here to play some shinny hockey. We tobogganed all over here. This is kind of the hood where it all started.
I learned to be Canadian at this very spot, so I'm very glad we get to do the intro to the podcast here tonight. We just had a really, really good-ass chat with Nicole Hynes from Sweetgrass at the Auld Spot on the Danforth. And man, what a fantastic human being she was.
She's awesome. She is like, I don't know, we called Jason Kucharawi the beer wizard. She needs a catch name,
we should
something to that effect. But awesome woman, and knows a ton about beer and about the restaurant industry, and just a cool person to know and talk to. And we had a great time there.
We really did.
Drank some delicious golden ale by Sweetgrass, and had a bunch of buck and shuck oysters. I mean, it was a good time.
You can just tell, sometimes you get energy, and like you can vibe off what how you feel when you're around different people. And I feel like that's really something that's come up a lot with me personally lately, and she was like man,
absolutely.
Next level. All four of us were.
She's
really
a doer. She makes things happen. So
if all works out, there's going to be a few things coming with Sweetgrass, so keep an eye out for that. We should probably really quickly just shout out the sponsors.
Yep.
We might do it really quickly this week. We have 3 sponsors. We have BrewHeads. All the info, by the way, for the sponsors is in the description. So if you're on YouTube, look down. All the info's there. If you're on iTunes, check out iTunes. If you click the little I button, all the info's there. Just a little I. So we got BrewHeads. The code is BAOS, and you get 15% off whatever you order. If you go to Toronto Urban Adventures, the code is BrewHead or BrewHeads.
BrewHead.
BrewHead singular.
No, plural, I feel
plural?
like.
Do you know what? Even if we don't know, go down below, mate. It's right there. And you get like 15 or 20% off your tour. Beer Tour, Toronto Beer Tours.
Well worth it.
And of course, if you need any audio mixing or production, if you're a podcaster, this is really something that's important. Get your podcast, sounding right. It's really not that much effort, and it's not that expensive. Illnotestudios.com, you get 15% off, Jesus Christ, off all of your audio needs. To my brother Notion, who is a lovely gentleman. Episode 21, Nicole Hynes from Sweetgrass Beer. Make sure you follow them at Sweetgrass Beer everywhere. And y'all enjoy the episode.
Peace.
Y'all, welcome episode 21
Beer and Other Shit podcast.
Yes.
Who are you?
I'm C, certified brewhead. Who are you?
I'm Scott Beer, cold beer enthusiast. And who are you?
I'm Nicole. I make Sweetgrass.
Awesome.
Yes, we are. Welcome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm looking forward to meeting you. And where are we right now?
We are at my restaurant.
Yes.
My husband and myself own the Auld Spot pub on the Danforth. So the venue's a good story. So my husband bought it 11 years ago last week.
Oh, wow. Okay. Congrats, that's huge.
It's pretty good
Very
innings.
Cool.
And before he bought it, we used to hang out here.
Right.
We used to smoke cigarettes and write movie scripts in the back corner.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Back when you could smoke indoors?
Back when you could smoke indoors. And we were pals then.
Okay.
Just pals.
Buddy old pals. Yeah.
Buddy old pals. And then I moved away, and we had some life apart. And I was coming home from my travels, and I had been living in South Africa. And I was looking for Nathan. So I emailed the pub. And I said, hey, I'm Nicole. I'm looking for a customer. I don't know if he still hangs out there. Please connect me with him. And he emailed me back. And he said, I bought the pub. And I'm like, I'll see you in Toronto.
Coming to meet you, yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
anyway,
crazy.
the rest, as they say,
It is.
indeed.
That's actually a cool story. So then, all right, so you're in the pub,
Yep.
about a decade, everything's looking good. Where does Sweetgrass begin?
So we sell beer.
Of course.
And then we have a baby.
Yeah, fantastic.
And my baby, when he was 2, I wanted to do something else in addition. He inspired me and made me want to do some awesome things. So we started making beer at home. And we found this recipe for this golden ale.
This was your first beer?
This was our first beer.
Fantastic, the classic.
Yeah, and we loved it. And we called our friends at Wellington Brewery in Guelph and said, how do we supersize? Can you help us? And craft beer was 4 years ago was really
Starting to boom,
big time.
May I ask, Sweetgrass is only 3 years old?
Almost 3, yeah.
Jeez, I thought it was deep for that. That's fantastic.
Oh, okay.
I got the vibe like it had been around for a minute. So.
Yeah, no, just almost 3 years since September. So I called up Wellington and I was like, what do we do? How do I supersize? I want to give this business a shot.
Yeah.
So we waited almost a year for a place to brew because it was really hard to find a place to make beer.
Right. So in the meantime,
In the meantime, we worked on perfecting recipe, working on the brand, and running this and having a baby and living
Doing
life.
a million things at once.
And then we got a phone call and they were like, we're ready to go.
amazing.
Next week, you ready to go? I'm like, I guess.
So you took this from a homebrew recipe and
Yeah.
just made it on a bigger scale, basically.
Yeah, and we had a lot of help at Wellington.
Cool.
To do that translation is
It's
a big
thing,
deal.
Right?
Yeah.
Scaling is tough.
scaling is tough, and we didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
So kind of like everything we do, I like to find people who are smarter than I am to work with.
It's a great idea, yeah.
To sort of help us get to where we want to go. And then one day I became a beer salesperson.
Like a beer rep or like for your own beer,
Well,
you
for
mean?
my own beer.
So you had to just work it out.
Knocking on doors, sending emails, walking in, cold calls, people we knew in the restaurant business.
Hey, you want to tell us about this golden ale?
Yeah,
Well,
for
just,
sure. It's German style golden ale.
Okay.
So a
4.9?
Kolsch Helles hybrid, 4.9.
Kolsch Helles hybrid. Okay.
Yeah, IBUs are 22. So it's malt forward, and it's got a little lemon citrus. There's some honey notes in there. Getting any of that?
I'm getting a lot of that. I'm getting the honey, absolutely. It has some bite to it for 4.9%. Like I feel like it's got some balls to it. It's not just this light little lager you want to sip on the patio. It's full bodied.
Totally.
It's
Yeah, I really like it because I feel like it's super approachable because it's malt forward, and malt forward is generally
as opposed to something
liquid.
over the top, hoppy, piney, something like that.
Totally,
yeah.
it doesn't hammer your palate, but there's a really beautiful body in there, but finishes clean.
It surprised me for under 5% to have all that flavor in it. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna take that as a
No,
compliment.
absolutely. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
I think these are like the hardest type of beers to make. It's easier to let it sit in the mash for longer and chuck more hops in. But
I think it's considered a naked beer. So naked meaning that because there aren't a ton of hops in it, flavor subtleties are really clear and really spoken. So we've moved around to different breweries, and there's always a challenge every time. And it's too bad Nathan's not here because he is like hyper vigilant about this liquid. Like big time. Not that I'm not, but he is the flavor master
On another level.
Yeah, for sure.
we can come back and we'll get
Getting notes of like tennis ball and like all these weird.
Yeah, he has brilliant tasting notes.
Nice.
Yeah.
He was before we started doing this, he was a big wine guy, and we're both big flavor people.
Yeah.
That helps.
It helps. This is about flavor, and it's about pairing with food, and we wanted a beer that pairs well with food because we're foodies. We own a restaurant.
Absolutely.
We make everything in here from scratch. So we take that stuff really seriously. And we wanted to sell it to places that did the same. So every single one of our customers, I'm super proud of what they do and super proud to be a part of what they do. Lots of cool bars and restaurants, people doing amazing things.
So we have the Golden Ale. Do we have other beers under the Sweetgrass label?
For sure. So one of the next project that we did after the Golden Ale was this collaboration beer that we do every year. This is our third project. It's to promote this my friend's beer festival called Session, which is at Yonge and Dundas Square.
Yes, we're going to bring getting to that point.
Well, let you talk about it and I'll tell you our connection to that.
Oh, okay. This year, our third year, we've made a West Coast style lager. We're actually doing our LCBO launch tomorrow at Summerhill.
Oh, nice. That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's big news.
It's going to go to stores.
News dropping here right now.
Yeah.
This is getting released for a while.
It's supposed to be tomorrow, but...
Tomorrow, but it was last week and it was amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
What a launch.
It was amazing.
What a launch.
Oh, podcast.
7 Toronto beer bars.
Awesome.
Get together. It's the Auld Spot, The Only, Bar Hop, Bar Bolo, Say What, Bryden's, and Verse.
Good memory.
All the good ones.
Good thing I remembered everybody.
Well done.
So we all meet in around February, and we sit around a room, we drink beer, and we decide what we want to make.
So cool.
I think I know the point you're getting at. I found a couple of the Session beers a couple years back. Was it a couple years back or last year?
It was our podcast 2 and 3.
Right, so the Chardonnay,
Oh, the barrel aged.
yeah, and then the red one as well, the red and the white.
Yes.
And I had them, and I lost my mind. I'm like, we have to have these.
You told me for months about it.
Yeah.
So I finally bought them I guess over Christmas, and then when we started the podcast about a year ago, last April. So we recorded 5 in the first weekend just to get going, and the second 2 were those beers. I wasn't really sure. That was potentially my first exposure to Sweetgrass. I don't know about you.
You know what the thing...
Because it was under your
title, yeah.
That project is so confusing for most people. People have got, if you follow the thread, early days, people are getting pretty angry. They're like, who makes this beer? And you're like, who gives a shit? We all make it together.
Enjoy it.
And Sam Corbet is the brewer always. He's Jed's brother. He's the brewer at Sawdust City. Right? I hold the manufacturing license. There's 7 bars. Jed runs Session Festival. There's so
just a
many
bunch of beer people getting together and somehow making it work, using all their expertise together.
And it's confusing, and some people don't like that.
Get offended by it. I don't see why.
The beer nerds being offended.
Yeah, the beer nerds would.
Even from untapped purposes, what do I put this in at?
Yeah.
Well, that was an issue for sure.
That's the only thing I couldn't understand about. Otherwise, it's this is great. Just the concept of the
if
same
you follow
beer
the thread, there's some great
when you say the thread,
hostile moments, just like on Twitter.
Great.
Okay.
There's some great moments of
May I interject? I feel like we have this delicious tray of oysters here. Yeah.
Okay. So these are Malpecs from Prince Edward Island.
Nice.
We get all of our oysters from Rodney's. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with Rodney's.
So these things are coming off an airplane today or yesterday,
fresh.
right out of the sea. And Tuesdays are bucket shop.
I just love how I don't know, I find in the craft beer game there's a story behind everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of people look for that when they're purchasing a beer. They don't want to this big faceless company selling you a beer that they mass produce. You want a story behind it. You want to be able to almost envision yourself being in the sand dunes with the flowers while you're drinking the beer, just cooking delicious
Cote de
food.
boeuf on a bonfire.
Yeah, with all your
Cote de boeuf, the whole big ass steak with the bone in.
like butter braising it and drinking your delicious.
We always do clam bakes, so you get we have the mini Weber, the mini barbecue. So you get some foil or a pot, and you dump in a can of beer and a whole pile of clams and some onion, garlic,
spices, and
whatever you have on hand. Maybe jalapenos would be ideal.
Nice.
And then you close the lid and you open it and you have a clam bake.
Would you like?
Wow, I have not had that.
It's delicious.
It's good times.
Canadian thing?
No, not really. It's like a people eating delicious food thing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. It's a flavor experience.
Yeah.
So what's next? What's the
The progression?
Yeah,
What's gonna happen?
what's the next step? What's the next thing you're looking forward to? What for people who have seen Sweetgrass, the Golden Ale,
the stout.
and stuff. So the stout is the next
Shagbark Stout.
Shagbark Stout. So that's gonna be in the fall.
Yeah. So sorry, back to the name. So Shagbark,
Yes.
native Ontario hickory hickory tree.
Okay.
It's really cool. The bark is shaggy looking, hence shag bark. It's also pretty playful, like shag, right? Kind of like Sweetgrass, drop the GR.
Right. Okay, I see where you're going with this now. I see where you're going with this. I like it.
Kind of vibe. So shag bark is a stout that we make with hickory. We actually get hickory sticks and put them in the tank.
Okay, cool.
Which is an experiment. So I'd love to tell you exactly what flavors that impart, but since we only made one batch, we don't have a variable.
Right.
So we'll let you know. We're going to do a pilot in a couple of weeks without the sticks.
Okay.
And see what happens.
Is it a barrel-aged brew?
No, it's not barrel-aged.
Okay, but the sticks are the barrel.
Kind of.
Okay, give you that feel.
Shoving the barrel in the beer.
Right.
Okay, amazing. We can talk about this all day.
Yeah, we can.
So you know what? We've had a great chat. Thank you so much. Where can people find Sweetgrass online if they want to look you up? And
So Sweetgrass Beer, which is the website, it's Instagram, it's Twitter, it's Facecrack.
all of the above.
All of the above.
Very smart. Very keeping it consistent across the platform.
I need some education though from you on how to like make it easier.
Yeah,
They're your people. They can,
Yeah.
Let's have some more bourbon and beers and talk about that.
Okay.
Nicole, thank you so much.
Thank
You're a
you
legend.
guys. It was so nice.
Thanks for having us to your pub and letting us drink your beer.
Yes, and the oysters, and we'll have Nathan the hipster on next time as well.
Done.
Done. Cheers.
BrewHeads, so pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.